in the health department clinic was no longer.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 2, authorization to fill one vacant budgeted public health
I'll
care.
move it. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 3, authorize the health department to contract with an agency to provide educational evaluation for preschools.
I'll move it. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 4, authorization to purchase Abbott COVID-19 test instruments, printers, and accessories for the county school districts.
Move it.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 5, authorization to amend resolution number 1432022 for the Department of Human Services, purchase a 4-passenger mid-sized all-wheel drive vehicle.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Jim, the federal salary share money, has that been coming in? It usually comes in real slow. I was just wondering.
Usually we get it like 18 months to
Uh,
2 years after.
That's what I was wondering. So we got to put this money out and then,
Yeah, we track it, but we're still have it, we haven't spent everything we received. yet.
Okay. Number 6, authorization to renew contract with WellCare on behalf of the Department of Human Services Clinic for reimbursement for clinical services. Clinic
Okay.
services.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 7, authorization for the Department of Human Services to enter into a contract with Consulum and Losium Tenens firm for psychiatric recruitment.
Move it.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
They're headhunters and we only pay them if we use them.
Okay. Opposed? Carried.
We've had real issues with the mental health finding,
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially I think some of the higher up positions are.
Right. Number 8, authorization for the Department of Human Services to contract with Stephen P. Demichik, PhD, to provide.
Move it.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Authorization for the Department of Human Services to contract with Frank Omata Consulting to provide mental wellness training for the total cost.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Hey
Carried.
Kelly, just for the full meeting, I think you mean DHS in parentheses on the summary there instead of DNS.
Oh, is it the, agenda?
Yeah, just for full
Probably the
board.
typo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Authorization to contract with the Columbia County Healthcare Consortium to provide outreach and application services under the Medicare Improvements for Patients and Providers
Move it.
Act.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 11, authorization to amend the COVID-19 vaccines for older adults and people with disabilities. Contract with the Columbia County Health Department.
Move it. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 12, authorization to accept $85,000.
Second.
Motion and a second.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay. Number 13, authorization to contract with a consultant for the Everhome Columbia pilot project. There is
Second.
motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 14, authorization to fill one caseworker position, grade 15, base salary 56,999, and any backfills created therefrom.
Move it.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 15, authorization to convert one clerk typist position, grade 10A, base salary of $39,145.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 16, authorization to abolish the part-time medical consultant position as this position is no longer needed.
Move it.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Authorization to enter into an agreement with Grant Me Hope, a family home finding agency.
Move it.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, public safety. Resolution number 18. Authorization to create and fill one full-time assistant district attorney position effective
I'll move
9.
it. Second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 19. Authorization to create and fill one full-time assistant.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 20. Authorization to accept.
Move it. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 21. Authorization to accept the 2020.
Move it. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 22. Authorization to fill one assistant public defender position for
I'll
family.
move that. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 23, authorization for the sheriff's office to create and fill a full-time.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 24, authorization for the sheriff's office to fill a vacant budgeted full-time sergeant correction officer due to resignation on September 11, 2000.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 25, authorization to abolish the positions of part-time physician's assistant, position and per diem LPN due to new medical vendor Prime Care.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 26, authors,
Second.
motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 27, authorization for the sheriff's office to amend the 2022 budget.
Move it. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 28, authorization for the sheriff's office to enter an amendment number 2 to the master services agreement with Global Tel Link.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 29, authorization for the Board of Supervisors to authorize proclamation and recognition.
Move it. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Carried.
I think we missed it. We should have done it at full board.
Oh, the,
Like, they should have given it to us, but
The
they're asking us to
proclamation.
issue a proclamation,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
and the meetings were,
It came to public safety,
Came to
like
public
during the
safety.
week of,
right, so it should have, he should have contacted me just to do the
Right.
proclamation. Yeah,
it's a
I think it
retro.
was more of a,
yeah,
we'll say it.
Yeah.
It was too late.
Yeah, this,
but I mean, for next year, we'll have to mark it.
okay, resolution number 30, authorization to accept the probation state ABA.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
But I guess my question is, do I do a resolution for
Do
authorizing the
proclamation.
I don't think it
proclamation?
would be a resolution.
Well, that's, they entered it
We
as,
normally just do the proclamation.
right,
Yeah.
But wouldn't you now do it at the next full board? I mean, I think the sheriff came and was like, hey, I didn't get a proclamation. And so now we're passing a resolution asking you to do a proclamation. So I would think at the next full board, even though
should
it's
we do it? not
already
even
passed,
though
you would
it's
do it.
passed?
a proclamation.
Or we can do it before.
Weird.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's what I'm saying.
You guys are a month off.
Just hand it to us.
Okay, resolution number 31. Authorization to enact the Columbia County Probation Department e-justice policy and procedures to continue.
Second.
Motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 32. Authorization for the chairman of the Board of Supervisors to sign a memorandum of understanding with the American Red Cross for
I'll
this.
move it.
Second.
We have a motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 33, authorization to fill one budgeted deputy fire coordinator position for training.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Chairman, can I ask one question before we
Sure.
move on to county government? And this is either for Kelly or for Rob. At the public safety meeting, there was some confusion the way for the two DA resolutions, they were both written to create and fill, but one was being created and filled, one was already created and just being filled. And I asked by finance for it to be amended, but the wording here still says create and fill on both of them.
One is a fill, because it was already budgeted, and the other's create and fill.
So
The
can we,
official resolution will say fill.
okay, so we can change the wording for full board that it won't say create on the second, because we're only creating one.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, Phil, yeah. Okay. County Government, Resolution number 34, authorization to sell an old prover on Columbia County's auction site.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
What is old prover?
To measure fuel, gasoline,
A
you
lot
know,
of people here said pass it, but do they know what an old prover?
Yeah.
I did.
yeah,
I'm sure you did, but
it's to measure
just so you know what an
fuel.
old prover is?
I don't, but if the
Make my
department
point, I
head
didn't
says they
either.
wanna.
I'll make my point, I didn't either.
I'll let
We,
them-
last
thought
month.
it was somebody over my-
There you go.
If I would have seen it maybe in Public Works, I would have said maybe it's
Yeah, no, Tippy knows
What is it measure?
It's to measure fuel, you know, gasoline and different fuels. It's very precise and, you know, yeah.
Thank you, I learned something. Thank you, Mr. Guzzi.
Most farmers now.
I wonder if we voted on purchasing the new prover this year and we didn't.
Yeah, well, we-
We did.
We did actually.
I thought so.
Number-
You know, that one should have said get rid of the old one, but we
Yeah.
didn't do it in there.
Yeah.
so.
Actually, you're gonna auction it off, so, you know.
I think they said, wait for it, that's part of the problem.
So number 35, authorization to increase the retest fee for oil truck meters.
Move it.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Can I just ask a question on that, because I'm not on county government, from 20 to 50 and then to 100, so we've been really undercharging.
Yes.
It seems, okay.
Yeah. And the end results matches our competition,
Okay,
closer to it.
got it.
Good.
Thanks.
Number 36, authorization to accept absent.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Excuse me. All right. Resolution number 37, authorization to fill 2 project coordinator positions, grade 18C with salaries each of 71. Have a motion?
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Economic Development. Number 38, the Columbia Green Workforce Development Board requests the appointment of Miss Michael Troy Ryder, Senior Social.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 39, authorization for the Chairman of the Board of Supervisors to direct Columbia County Industrial Development Agency to transfer sale proceeds of county land to Columbia Economic Development Corporation for land
Move
purchase.
it.
Is that what the resolution says up there now?
Exactly, that says.
Oh.
For
We're out of
solar
order, that's
energy
all.
system.
You got the right resolution, Jim, but it's.
Well, hang on.
Is it the lot 8 one? That's
I'm on 39, that was resolution.
No, I'm saying lot 8.
Yeah,
Are you saying the summary's right or the written resolution's right?
It was just the wrong resolution. I mean, that is another resolution out of economic development, but
that was the next one, number 40. Number 39. Do you have 39?
Can I,
Yeah, this one is 39.
Okay, that's the,
Confirm payment of lieu taxes agreement for solar energy systems between County of Columbia, the Hudson City School District, and Emerson Solar LLC.
that is a resolution that we approved at economic development, but there is another one that Jimmy was reading.
You only have 3 resolutions.
yeah, but he was reading about lot 8, where did that go?
The lot 8 is the next one.
that's the next one. I was reading
Okay.
authorization for the Chairman of the Board of Supervisors to direct Columbia County Industrial Development Agency to transfer sale proceeds.
So what is lot 8?
Lot 8 is number 40, the next one. On
Yeah,
the
that's-
agenda, lot 8 is.
No, I know, I'm asking about this. Is this the lot?
So we sold a lot over there and IDA is holding the money. We want to transfer it to CEDC so they can pay for
Pay for the
new
property.
parcel that we're trying to get them to
Is
buy.
that the piece, for the?
Well, not the, I don't know what
You know which
39
lot
is.
that
I don't
is.
know what that is.
Is this the office of the agent piece?
Yeah.
No,
No.
Well,
No, I
This
don't
is-
think it is.
this is, well, we want to use the proceeds for that.
this is a construction.
Lot 8 is something they sold.
They sold a lot and now the money's being put into proceeds to purchase
You know who's buying it.
our other lot.
Oh, that's the lot that, up on the left there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So on the agenda, 39 and 40 are talking about the same lot. One talks about proceeds of county land.
So-
to-
Yeah, they sort of are, same lot.
39 should be what's on the screen. The authorization to affirm that the index is probably wrong.
A solar pilot is 39.
Is the pilot, right?
Okay,
That's kind of a separate resolution from the proceeds one.
So the 39 on the agenda doesn't
Okay.
exist then? 39 that's on the agenda doesn't exist? the directing Columbia County Industrial.
That's the
Development.
IDA, that's the lot 8,
Well, there's two of them.
Lot 8 is 40 on the agenda.
right,
Then we got 39.
right, 30, alright, so just go by what's on the screen.
Okay.
All right.
39 is authorization to affirm the pilot.
All right, authorization to affirm the pilot in lieu of taxes agreement for solar.
that.
Okay. We have a second, we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Okay, so number 40 then is the authorization
I
for
move
lot
that.
8.
Now second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And,
Opposed? Carried. Okay.
and then 41 was his third resolution.
Receive the chairman of the board of supervisors to designate certifying officer.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
What is a certifying officer?
It's the same as the thing that measures fuel.
It's the person that uses the,
It's somebody that can sign for New York State grants. How's that, you know?
Yeah, we have to, for the CDBG grants, we have to have somebody.
got it.
Certified.
And they're making.
So this is gonna be Patrice in the future. She's usually done this.
So
But we
not
just
to
have
be-
to have a resolution approving it by the state to give you the funding.
Is there anywhere in here, though, that says what the sale proceeds? Is that somewhere? Or we
Yeah.
just,
I mean,
I didn't see it yet, that's what I'm
it
saying.
was an economic development, I assume that it is.
Okay, so we got,
And that lot 8 one, that is not related to the property that we talked about waiting to see.
No.
These are
This is the
proceeds
piece
that
that
they
was
sold
proceeds from it.
years ago, a few years ago. That's
Okay.
been sitting in the IDA, which needs to be.
Lot 8 was sold less than a year ago.
Got
There's other proceeds.
All right, so number 42, authorization to appoint one member to the Columbia County Water and Sewer District, number 1.
I'll move it.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Hey, Ron, there's too many from Public Works. I think you have like a 10 resolution.
Oh, boy, I know, yeah.
We have a
We were
lot.
here for 2 hours the
We
other
were
night.
2 hours the other
so-
night,
See
let me
that?
tell
I
you.
was like, wow, that's a lot.
Ray had 12 himself.
I thought you had 13, but
They're 12 or 13.
Yeah, it was
that's right.
busy night.
Once you get over 10, then, you know,
Okay, we'll get going on, resolution number 43. Authorization to purchase one T6614 Bobcat.
Move it.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. That was held last month because it was a question on the
but
horsepower.
Ryan did some research and it's okay, so.
So number 44, authorization to purchase one 2022 Tarco.
Move it. Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 45, authorization to purchase one new Tiger.
Move it. Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And we did find out, Jim, we could use this mower and use,
And I just talked to Tony and him earlier about using some money next year for that too.
Kelly, what was the
Okay.
cost of that more? I'm sorry.
185,000.
What was on the bottom of that though? $1 million.
This purchase is to be paid, that was the
Oh,
balance.
the balance in the account.
We're gonna use the CHIPS
Yeah.
funding for that,
Thank
you know. Okay, number 46, accept insurance reimbursement check for tree.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 47, to declare one vehicle surplus.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Ron, I have a question. We put something on the town for auction. We got way more than we thought.
Yeah.
And then the person didn't buy it. Did that happen?
Can I put it to the next?
It's happened in Stockport,
Yeah.
we've done it with through auctions and then.
So they
Okay.
banned that guy. I asked what's the procedure. They banned that person. Can't purchase anymore.
Is that right? The firm, they,
And then we have to
Auctioneer
decide
does.
to put it back up.
yeah.
To use off the auctions international.
Yeah.
Okay. And number 48, authorization to create and fill one full-time senior account clerk.
Move it.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 49.
Sharon, I have a comment on 49 and not a question. I do realize there was executive session discussion, so I'm not gonna talk anything about that as far as I understand it, but I did call Jolene today.
And I tried to call you on the way down too, because
Yeah, so I do share Supervisor Metler's concern that some of our seniors can't carry a 30-liter bag. So now we're eliminating, basically, they're gonna have to pay $3 for a small bag of trash because they don't have the ability. So Jolene and she explained everything that was explained in executive session. I totally understand the situation. I get why we have to do this. One of my ideas that she really liked was that we offer some sort of senior tag. And
And let me explain what I talked to her more on that after
Yeah.
you spoke to her, and I do like that idea, and
Yeah.
to get the rest of us up to speed. We would keep the $1 tag available in the clerk's office only, and residents that currently get a senior aged exemption, which is verifiable in their tax bill or on the tax roll, the town clerk could then sell them $1 tags. I think Suzette gave us numbers the other night. There's 1,100 of them in the county or something. So we are addressing the exact people that you want to help. So
yeah, and one of the things that Jolene and I discussed, I don't know if she mentioned it to you, is actually having similar to the recycling sticker. I think this would actually help her staff as well. If you had a low income senior, let's say they do one bag a week, I'd say that's an average they live by themselves, right? So $1 a week, so 52. So for 50, I know that they don't have to tag it, they don't have to buy the tags. We did agree that this resolution should pass as written.
Right.
And then
she would come back next
next
month.
month
Yeah.
at your committee meeting, she'll come with a proposal
Right.
to then address the seniors who can't
So
afford.
I think there is some ways of doing that. We were trying to figure it out the other night how to address the seniors, but I think by using, I mean, right now, all of the assessors in the county do verify that senior exemption. That's the one that Suzette's talking about changing the limits to. So it's already verified. It's
Right.
in public information, so we can
Yep.
verify it. So
Yeah.
those people could get a discount.
Yeah, so I can certainly support this resolution with the
Okay.
understanding that
So
there'll be
you
an
making a
addressing
motion?
of it. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
A motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I want to say something about that. The issue was, from discussion, was that the, bags were being mismarked.
Right.
And the people that were working there were unable to,
Yep.
differentiate. So how is any of this going to help that situation?
Because you're limiting the $1 tag sales. I guess they could still be abused, but
The abuse is being taken place at the stations.
but if they're not really available, so if you go there and buy a bag, you're only gonna get a $3 sticker, you can't buy a $1 one other unless you go to the town clerk's office and prove your financial status, so.
I don't know if it's going to clear the real problem up though.
One of the things too that Jolene and I was talking about is that a lot of the bags just aren't even tagged. So this obviously is not gonna address it. So she
Right.
also was
That's-
committed to addressing,
Yep.
how to support her staff in the process where there's only two and one's at recycling. And I suggested maybe that they usually pass recycling before they get to where their bag drop is. So maybe the person doing the recycling is actually the one that,
I think the
checks that
issue's
they
gotta
have a
be,
tag.
that's gotta be fixed.
Yeah, they're working
before
on
you're
that
really
stuff.
doing anything, but, okay, we'll move on. Number 50, resolution, is requested authorizing the Columbia County Board of Supervisors to declare itself lead agency, on the project and make a determination that the reconstruction and rehabilitation,
Second,
we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. And that's a negative deck.
we'll have to do that as a group in full board.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. Rail probably, or,
Right, yeah. One of them will lead us through that. Yeah.
Number 51, a resolution is requested authorizing chairman to execute all necessary documents and agreement on the implementation, and
Second,
we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
I,
Opposed? Carried. Resolution is requested authorizing the chairman of the Columbia County Board of Supervisors.
Move it.
second,
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 53, a resolution is requested authorizing the chairman of the Columbia County Board of Supervisors.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
I,
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution is requested authorizing the chairman of Columbia County Board of Supervisors to award and execute a construction contract for the repair to multiple bridge structures throughout the county to the lowest possible.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. This is yours, Ray. Resolution is requested authorizing the establishment of a capital project and funding in the amount of $2,500,000.
Can we have a roll call?
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
I want you to know my bridge took 10 years to get on the docket, so,
So is mine, Ron.
yeah.
Yeah, but we got a couple shut down in our town, so.
Down, now we're gonna start fixing again?
I don't know, you know.
What the heck?
It was a bridge.
So that's a different.
Yeah, it's up by Pleasant Road.
That one, we're not, don't even
Crack
bring that
that
bridge,
bridge.
like this wide in several places.
They keep checking it.
Number 56, a resolution is requested authorizing the chairman of the Columbia County Board of Supervisors to execute a professional services agreement with Creighton Manning Engine.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 57, resolution is requested authorizing the establishment of a capital project and funding in the amount of $1,204,000 for the construction of building addition at the Columbia County.
Move Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Can I just ask a question on that and the next one? They're kind of related. I understand that the study is not done yet, but is on track.
Mhm.
Very exciting to hear that we got the $500,000 SAM grant. That's the grant that
Yep.
Assemblywoman Barrett
Right.
helped us.
Mhm.
So a huge thank you to Assemblywoman Barrett. And then because this doesn't have the therefore be it resolved language, am I understanding correctly that this isn't moving forward with construction because we are still waiting on that
Correct.
plan, but this is
This has nothing
committing
to
to
do with
just setting up the account, the project and
Well,
funding?
we're setting up the account and then we're approving, bringing on an engineer to do
Okay.
the engineering work for it so that you can put it out to bid.
That's-
Got it.
And in order to continue to comply with the SAM grant, we have to have architectural drawings soon and engineer costs and all that stuff.
But
So
we're still on board that before we actually break ground, so to speak, we're gonna.
before, we
have
haven't,
the plan.
we haven't gotten the plans to go out to bid for a contractor yet. So
Right.
before we have a resolution to hire a contractor to actually build it, yes, we'll have a multi-building review in front of us.
Right,
Jeannie
so this
brought
is the
that up
next
the
step,
other
and we
night.
need to do this for the SAM grant and for all of that,
Yeah.
but before we actually go out to break ground, we'll have that plan from Ray
Right.
to
Yep.
look at how it all interrelates. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Number
Yeah, Gene
58,
brought that up the other night. We talked
yeah,
about
Gene,
that too, so.
we discussed that.
Perfect, thank you.
And
Number,
that's gonna be an outside agency that's gonna do the drawings, right? Ray has-
Yeah, I mean, that's what this
Yeah.
Right.
that's what.
resolution's for here, you know. So we've gone out to bid for an
Oh, yeah, no, I
architect
get it.
firm.
She said Ray, I was just thinking.
So a resolution is requesting authorizing the chairman of the Columbia County Board of Supervisors to execute a professional service agreement with LaBella Associates.
I'll move it.
Second.
Where were they at?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye. Where's Labella at?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know. I know there was, 6 or 7 bidders on this particular job. It's on our contractor website, but,
Never heard of him, okay.
Labella is the new Chase.
No, okay.
They're in Latham,
okay.
I believe it's Latham.
or British American Road or whatever that is.
Okay, number 59, a resolution is requested authorizing the chairman of the Columbia County Board of Supervisors to award and execute a construction contract for the replacement of the existing cooling tower servicing the air conditioning system at the.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 60, resolution is requested, authorizing the chairman of the Columbia County Board of Supervisors to execute a professional services agreement with Pissarro Associates. This is in Rochester, Ron. In the amount of $142,000 for the preparation,
Glad you know something.
for the preparation of an environmental, okay.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
You know what a hanger is?
No, does that go with the thing that measures fuel?
It measures the fuel.
Oh, your steam jacket.
That's what I have in my closet, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, thank you so much.
Okay, I need a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Carried.
No.
Number 61, a resolution is requested authorizing the chairman of the Columbia County Board of Supervisors to execute an easement agreement with the property owner, tax parcel 158.4-1-1 located in the town of Germantown, allowing the access across county-owned lands for the purpose of constructing driveway improvements to gain access onto New York State Route 9J.
Move it. Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
What is this, like a new development land? And
Actually, they're widening a driveway. There's a residential driveway. They want to turn it into a commercial driveway. They need to widen it for DOT specs, and it crosses a piece of our land, so we're giving them an easement to make it a little wider.
Yeah.
It's a little narrow strip of land we own.
Yeah, it's not a big piece of all.
Cool.
Okay, number 62, a resolution is requested authorizing the chairman of one of the Columbia County Board of Supervisors, to execute.
Move it. Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, finance, number 63. Authorization for the treasurer to upgrade one current senior account clerk to one billing specialist position.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Are the, salaries the same on that?
Actually,
We're saving $5,300.
yeah, I was just gonna say
Oh, right.
that. I remember right, yeah.
that from before.
So we need to go in executive session, is that correct?
Chairman, can I ask one other question?
Sure.
Sorry, on resolution 59, public safety building, is that the jail?
Yes.
I thought
Well,
they,
jail and the offices.
I thought they had like a recent renovation of all
So
of
I can
the.
explain that. What we did, we changed all the boilers and all the air handler equipment and a lot of the air conditioners and the jail part of it. The chiller is what provides air conditioning to a lot of the coils. And at the time when we did that, we deemed that to be not part of the energy project because it wasn't going to produce an awful lot of savings. And the company said we could get a few more years out of it, and we have.
And now those few years.
So, but we knew that, and it's had some problems, and we put it out to bid, and actually had a lot of good bidding on that, but,
Okay.
so.
Thanks.
So it was identified back when we did that energy project, but we chose to get a few more years out of it, and now we're replacing it.
Are we gonna be able to get it? That was the issue, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a while, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's, I think we can get it, but the prices jumped up a whole bunch since
we've
2 years
seen
ago when we started, like anything else, but.
Okay, we need a motion to go into executive
I'll
session.
make that motion.
Second.
Motion to second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, carried. We need to shut down first.
Walter, are you good?
Oswaldo? want to link us back up? Okay. So we're back in. Is there anyone like to bring anything before
I just
the?
have a question, for Ron, I think, the airport, just in general.
Yep.
How is the airport doing?
Good.
Are they doing better since the pandemic and more people moved up here? I mean, it's being used more. I'm not on that.
You know, I haven't heard any stats on it in recent times, but I would say yes, in general it was. I mean, a year ago it was. You agree, Craig? You know,
Activity's up. I don't know if we're doing any better because of it, but
Sometimes the fuel sales are gauge.
So again, I mean, we get a portion of the sales tax there, you know, from fuel,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's a huge number as the number goes up, so.
hey, John, I got a question. Remember we had, I think it was 2 years ago, we had that gentleman come in here, they're gonna put in those solar hookups
Yep,
for plants.
yep.
That's
That's
still,
still on.
That's still moving ahead, yes, they're working with NICEAG to get permission to do that, and again, that's all their money, you know.
Yep.
So, you know, we've offered them, you know, a land lease deal, basically,
Right.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's moving
I
ahead.
haven't heard nothing. So
I haven't heard any status on it.
And the other question I got, the land we bought up there towards Meadow Greens.
Yep.
Are we gonna do anything with that? Is that, any plans with anything?
There's
with that yet?
nothing on the docket right now for that.
Okay, no
Yeah,
more,
Keep it clear.
you don't need any more hangers or nothing like that?
Well, I mean, there's other lands identified for new hangars within the airport.
That was more
not
like a
even on that
buffer,
parcel,
yeah.
But
Okay.
there is, you know, in a long range plan with FAA, there is some areas that, you know, and again, if we can find a developer to do that and kind of like we did the other, somebody builds them and leases the land from us, that's the way to do that. We've had conversations even with Tucker or something about finding somebody, but, every once in a while, somebody it could.
okay. Nothing else? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Good afternoon, everyone.